Thank you for having me. Pardon. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Let's get my bullets. I'm a religious man. Let's begin with a prayer. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pasture. He leads me beside quiet water. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of darkness, I fear nothing, no evil, for he guides me with his rod and his staff. Now I'd also like to take a brief moment to thank my great sponsors. Those boys over at General Dynamics, those boys over at Raytheon, they're really perfecting the art of killing, you know? They're really doing a great job. We also got our boys over at Halliburton, Shell, ExxonMobil. They're drilling and they're spilling, baby, and they're doing it all to fund our military complex. It's really terrific. And then we also got MSNBC and Fox News. They're really doing a terrific job of telling the people why we're doing what we're doing. I'd also like to thank Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert, because they really do a great job of making this all seem like a big joke. Now, many of you may be wondering, good old Uncle Sam, where have you been? You were out there promoting World War II, and you've kind of, you haven't had the spotlight on you. Well, some important things were going on, you see. The first off, I recruited one of the most genius scientists there are. His name, Wernher von Braun. We got him and 100 of his best buddies to switch from the Nazis to our side. And he really became a great patriot. That's why we appointed him Associate Director of NASA to lead our space program. Because, he really inspired us to bring war to the heavens, this time in the name of peace and freedom and democracy, not tyranny. Now, you see, when I say this whole war in the heavens thing, some people don't want to hear this. But we're going to fight. We're going to fight in space. We're going to fight from space, and we're going to fight into space. So not only was the course of American defense changed when Wernher von Braun came over, we also learned something pretty disturbing. You see, S.L.A. Marshall did a little research, and he brought me this statistic. You know what I found out? Our soldiers were pussies. Only 25% of them were shooting to kill. And in America, that's not how we fight for freedom. We shoot to kill. You see, bombs on target, real-time battle management. That's what we're about. And that's what we're able to deliver. Through air, space, land, and sea. And the capability of those to come together. We started that in a Desert Storm. And we've been doing that in each conflict since. And we keep getting better and better and better. So you see, we also started to study the art of killing the enemy. And we kept getting better and better and better. In World War II, we were shooting at those Japs and Jerrys, 25% of them. Pussies. Korean, we were shooting to kill those gooks, 75%. Vietnam War, we were shooting Charlie between 85 and 90%. Now our boys are over there in Afghan, and they're shooting those dirty towel heads just under 100% of them. It's fucking great. But you see, we learned something else disturbing. although we know how to, shoot to kill, our boys are still pussies. They can't handle it. They know how to kill, but they can't live with killing. When 98% of them come back psychologically debilitated from war, that's a problem. When they're killing themselves when they get home at a faster rate than the towelheads are killing them, that's a problem. Because you see, this war thing, it's not free. It costs money to fund this thing. And it's not just money, it's blood that we need. You see, soldiers are dying over there, and we need more soldiers to come in. Because Uncle Sam, he can't just defend himself. He needs our soldiers to be over there. So, I'm not crazy, all right? We need our soldiers to rest up so they can come home, see their families, and if the PTSD is really that bad, why don't you just pop some pills, crack open a Coors Light, and turn on your TV to NASCAR as we watch $250,000 cars driving around in circles for 500 miles, crashing fiery flames, while they burn the precious natural resources that our soldiers are fighting for at a furious rate. And I've also had this idea, again, I'm not stupid either. We need to start recruiting in more heavily violent areas. Which one of our citizens are used to violence? We gotta go into those inner city ghettos with those gun-slinging gangsters and have them change in their bandanas, their gang sign bandanas, but the red and the blue. Let's have the bastards of the party fighting for our colors, because that's what we need. I also realized that that strategy could backfire in some sort of way. They may trace back to their African roots and decide to do some coup d'etat. But we're not going to let that happen. That's why we're conditioning all of society to be more prone to war. We need our children at home pulling the trigger, getting used to the explosions and the flashes and the noise and the cries and the terminology and the commands of war. We need our toddlers playing with iPads, and then they'll go to school. And since mommy and daddy are working all day, they'll go home and they'll just shoot at the enemy. Coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. You see, we got our kids sitting at home for hours a day, training for this shit, so that when they graduate high school, they realize that they don't have any skills, they don't have any passion, and they have no other choice, since education is so goddamn expensive to serve us. And because we're in a sticky situation here. We got this war on terror. And see, terror is an idea, so it's a hard thing to fight. And terror is also very scary. We saw how scary it can be on 9/11. And we need to show them who we were messing with. But it seems, see, I haven't quite gotten it figured out yet. We went to Iraq, and we fought the terror. We fought to bring freedom and democracy. But then it's like a cancer. It's like it spreads to Afghanistan, and then Pakistan. It goes into Iran. They're over there in Libya and Saudi Arabia. And it's like they're everywhere. But you see, we have good intentions. Freedom, democracy. These are the things we stand for. These are the things we're bringing. That's what Operation Iraqi Freedom is for. That's what Operation Enduring Freedom is for. You see, we want them to endure freedom. And if they don't know what freedom is, and they're not enduring it, well then I tell you, they better look to the skies, because they're going to see freedom raining down on them. You see, we got these interests, and they're all over the world. And we need to secure these interests so that we can secure our freedom. You see, we already own the third world. We have their oil supply. We have their resources. But for the rest of the world, we need to think. We need to use our creative minds. What do these leaders of each country with weapons of mass destruction value the most? And how can we hold these things at risk to deter the use of weapons of mass destruction? Destruction against us or our allies? And the answer is, we gotta get Obama this game plan. So in case there's any scenario, in any situation, in anywhere in the world, he can use it in his powers by having them at his disposal. The U.S. will be more likely to avoid war, control the escalation of conflict, end-to-end conflict on terms acceptable to us. Because we know what is best. We know what is free and democracy. And see, the key to bring this freedom is to von Braun's genius idea. We gotta bring this war to space. And to those of our not allies who are going to space, I would tell you that we are so dominant in space, I pity a country that would come up against us. The synergy with air, land, space, and sea forces, and the ability to control battle space and seize the highest grounds, that's devastating. See, we got these satellites, and we're going to use them in space to bring freedom and democracy to Earth. It's really just genius. That's why we needed this guy from the Nazis to come over and bring the science. And these satellites, who likes dodgeball? We've got 5 new Ds. Deception, disruption, denial, degradation, and destruction. These are the range of desired effects when targeting an adversary's space system. See, we need to control where everybody else is going in space and what they're doing there. Now, you peace and nonviolent study fucking hippies. You really get me going. You're unpractical. You're irrational. You're reading words of these loonies that are out here. This Mahatma Gandhi, who the hell is this guy? He's saying shit like, hence I ask you, is our nonviolence of the coward, the weak, the helpless, the timid? Yes. In that case, it of no use. Oh, thank you. A weakling is a born saint. A weak person is obliged to become a saint. But we are soldiers of non-violence, who, if the occasion demands, will lay down our lives for it. Our non-violence is not merely policy of the coward. Bullshit! That's not how freedom and democracy get spread. You see, my Lord and Savior taught us we need to love our enemies and turn the other cheek. But in this day and age, it's just not practical. We can't love our enemies. We can't even trust them. That's why we got to keep our eye on them. With our spies and our drones and now our satellites. And if they have so much to flinch to come and slap us, well, we're going to destroy them. Because that's the power of freedom. See, we have no obligation to wait to be hit first. There is an unlimited right of anticipatory self-defense. In some circumstances, even it is not certain that a strike is imminent. With these weapons that we have, imminence is imperceivable, and the risk of inaction is incalculable. So we've got this stockpile of weapons, and so do other people. And they're just sitting here. So if you shoot first, you're gonna die second. You see, it's a mad, mad world we're living in. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm Uncle Sam. I don't need to defend myself. Adolf Hitler didn't need to ask permission to invade other countries, and neither do we. So remember, everybody, we're hoping for change here. We're hoping for freedom. We're hoping for democracy. And let me tell you, it's just around the corner. So a vote for Obama is a vote for Pax Americana. Goddamn motivated. Who, ha, I want to hurt somebody. Who, ha, I want to kill somebody. Fucking Max.
Real well.
See, we ain't got a lot of this shit left. We gotta make sure we secure it for America's vital interests. Because you see, if people got their hands on it, god damn it. That's how tricky this shit is.